so good. Yes, you are. Today I wanted to do a little bit of planning for next week. And because I've noticed that the past 2 weeks I have not been very productive, and it was a little bit disappointing because I put so much effort in planning, and when it doesn't work at the end of the day, it's just a big letdown. But of course, these past 2 weeks have not been sort of representative of my usual schedule, but I feel that I need a change. I've been sort of doing the same thing every week, writing like a list of things that I want to do, or sort of my daily habits, and try to incorporate those into my daily schedule. But I feel that it's not working for me anymore, and I'm not even sure why. I sort of want to talk about it in this video, and hopefully by the end of the video I'll be able to find a solution for this, because talking about it helps me to process the information and to discover new ideas and new solutions. So I just want to go over everything that I've been doing so far and try to determine where things are going wrong, what do I need to change, and how I need to set up this new week so it can be as productive as possible and to sort of reach my goals. Not 100%, I'm not going to be perfectionist about it, but at least I think I would be satisfied with a 75% or 80. I think I would be satisfied with 80% of progress. I think that's too much. Yeah, maybe let's say 70%. Let's say 70% because I'm trying to be realistic. So yeah, let's go over what I've been doing so far. So usually I start, okay, this is not gonna work. Kitty, are you gonna be nice? Okay. I think I just discovered the source of my problems here. I think this is why I'm not as productive as I should be. Right here, it's a big fluffy monster. Yay, we're back. So, as I was saying, I wanted to go over. I don't think I can do this. Okay. Honey, Mom is busy. Can I please do my video? Honey, baby. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, I'm not allowed. You're so good. Yes, you are. Okay, let's try again. So, as I was saying, I think I was saying that I want to go over what I do usually and see where I'm going wrong. So I did do like an experiment where I would write everything that I did in the day. I also have like an ideal scenario here. So my ideal scenario would be working in the morning and journaling as well at the same time, and after work to do my designs, some filming, and then in the afternoon to do some more physical chores, and obviously at night to rest and sleep after 7 p.m. But this one I think is pretty old, so I don't think it's that accurate anymore, so I think I need a new one. And yeah, so from this experiment, I did it for 2 days, which is obviously not enough data. I understand that. But what I realized was that because I work from home, there's a lot of distractions. So I might go downstairs in the kitchen to, let's say, make some coffee or make some breakfast. And because I live with my parents and there's other people around in general, there's always a distraction. Someone is trying to talk to me, people are asking me for things. And instead of doing like 2 minutes of making a coffee or like 10 minutes of making breakfast, I might spend half an hour, I might spend 1 hour, which is insane. And time just flies by without realizing it. And certain things I can't even say no to because they are sort of urgent, or if I don't do them at that point, I might never do them. So I really cannot say no to certain things. but for sure that is a big problem for me, having so many distractions because I work from home essentially. When I didn't work from home, I did not have this problem. I was alone in the office and I was able to just take a 2-minute break to make coffee, but then it was back to work and my schedule was much better and I was way more productive back then. But now I'm at home, so I sort of need to deal with those distractions. I'm not sure exactly how much time is wasted in interactions like this, but I think it could be up to 2 hours a day, which is, that's a long time. That's a lot of time, which could be spent doing something more productive and towards my goals, basically. So I do have a lot of projects that I want to work on and so many ideas that I want to implement. So this is absolutely crucial that I have the perfect planning system, which I don't know if anybody has a perfect planning system, but I really need to create something solid so I can make enough progress within the week so I don't have everything like left for the weekend. I have so much to do in 2 days, which were supposed to be resting days. So okay, Saturday maybe it's not a resting day, it's more like a chore day. But Sunday at least, I think half the day should be for resting or doing something relaxing and not actually doing work or chores or cleaning or anything like that. So I'm really hoping that I can free up Sunday afternoons because I'm having a really hard time to find balance between work and resting and not thinking about work and all of that. So, I mean, obviously many of my projects and ideas are closely connected to my hobbies. So it sort of feels like a hobby, sort of feels like leisure time, but it's not really because I'm actively working on certain things and I'm not really resting or just chilling and enjoying the moment. It's more like plugged in and thinking about ideas and all of that. So yeah, I'm really hoping to do this in a more efficient way and to actually reach my goals, because honestly, I started this whole journey of journaling and planning was exactly for these reasons, so I can reach my goals. And even though I have achieved so much until now, and there is like a huge progress, I feel that because I started from such a low level of being so dysfunctional, disorganized, and I don't think I was productive at all before I started this. I think I was very low functioning in general. So this definitely helped me so much to reach my goals and to be where I am today. But if I were to put that in a percentage, I think that, let's say 100% is reaching my full potential or all of my goals. So I feel now I am perhaps at 55%, maybe less, it could be less, it could be 45, I'm not sure. It's hard to put a number to it. But even though I'm very grateful for that percentage, because when you're starting from zero, 45 is a lot, right? It's almost halfway there. Yeah, I'm very grateful for that. But I feel that I really need to step up my planning game. The week's planner has been really useful for me so far, but as I suspected from the beginning, when my schedule became more busy and I have so much more to do every day, I definitely need way more space. And I found that writing down everything that I do that day with timestamps really helps me to sort of track my time better time management, and being able to go back and see what I did exactly and how long it took to do everything, and also to see the distractions that were in there. I feel that gathering all that data really helps to find solutions, because obviously if you don't know what the problem is, how can you find a solution for it? So now I am gonna go through the things that I want to do every day and perhaps come up with a better system. I'm not promising anything because right now I don't even know what's wrong. I definitely see some issues with my list, for example, things that shouldn't really be here. So I think that I should be changing my list a lot based on priorities more than general goals that are not really related to my projects. So I really want to, so for example, I have here my health routine, my projects, my chores, learning, hobbies, and gardening. So already I can tell that these things should not be here. So gardening, for example, I don't think it should be on my list because it's not really a project. It's more like a hobby, let's say, or more like a healthy habit. So it could be my health routine, or I think I wrote, yeah, maybe in the self-care, because gardening is just something relaxing that I do and obviously helps to go out, get some sunlight, get some fresh air. And it's definitely something wonderful that I wish I could do every day. But I think it should be part of something else on my list, like the health routine or the self-care, instead of on its own, because it's just taking space. It's not something that I can plan per se, because even if I put it on my list, it really depends on the day. I think the things that I can actually plan are my projects and anything that I can do in my office, because that's where I spend most of my time. And what I want basically is to be able to finish all of my tasks, my office tasks, during the day, so I can free up a bunch of time that I can focus on self-care, which will include, for example, the gardening and the hobbies, and even the learning part, which is more like a hobby and nothing too specific. Like I don't have learning goals. I want to learn a few things here and there, but I'm not in school. I don't have exams. There's nothing specific about it. It's more like lifelong learning, which is again part of self-care and to avoid cognitive decline over the years. I think everybody should be learning something. For example, I'm learning a new language. As you probably know, you've seen the German task daily. I've been learning for a year now and it's so much fun. I've been using Duolingo for that and it literally takes maybe not even 5 minutes a day. I have some other learning goals as well. For example, I want to learn math and physics, biology, chemistry, all of those things. Not for any specific reason. I just love to learn, and these are subjects that I never really paid attention to when I was in school. So I really want to just learn some basics out of pure curiosity and mostly for like learning for the sake of learning, really. But I do have some learning goals. Again, though, I don't think that this should be a task or that it should be in my priorities list, because this is something that literally can only be done when I have free time, right? Because of course work and my projects are going to come first, but they do have their place within the frame of self-development. So I think I should sort of group these together under maybe the self-development task or the self-care task or something like that. So here I put my health routine, which includes, for example, exercise, because I used to put exercise as a bullet point here, which again, it's better if it's grouped under a specific category, because on its own it just doesn't make sense. I think it would really help me if I grouped things together so I can have a more clear image of what I want to do and how my daily schedule is going to look. Already I think I've decided to do specific lists like I did here. So I'm writing out all of the projects, and so I'll be able to put a task list for each one. And also some of them are not daily, some of them are weekly. So those need to have perhaps a specific day where I work on those things. instead of doing them daily or sort of worrying about them daily, since they are not in the daily tasks. So perhaps those can go at the beginning of the week or in the middle of the week, I'm not sure. Definitely my main project, which is my brand, the Nunu Journals, that one has the highest priority in terms of projects. And also the attic project that I've been doing. That one had, I have to be honest, had more of a priority than Nunu, but Nunu is now very demanding because of my shop. And I'm so grateful that the shop has been doing so well, which I did not expect at all. But I wasn't really planning for that. I really thought that the first year would be, at least the first few months would be kind of quiet. But it's really picking up. I think this is my second month and it's really picking up with orders. I think I have 60 something. So I had to sort of push it up as a priority because I really need to take care of the store and have it ready throughout the week, because it's kind of difficult for me on a random, let's say Wednesday, to start cutting and printing massive quantities of stickers. It's something that is easier for me to do on the weekend. So I really need to work on the weekends for that and have it ready for the rest of the week. But yeah, so far we have two things, right? So I'm going to be cleaning up the lists and grouping things together. And also I will be writing my projects separately instead of having them grouped together. So, okay, so far we have that. So I think I am able to start writing the new list here. So now I can go ahead and write my list with this new and improved way that I've decided to do it, and properly sort of group together the activities and the tasks and have a more clear idea of what I want to do within the week. Obviously beginning with the highest priority, which I would probably choose to put project as the highest priority, but obviously self-care is the highest priority in health. So health and wellness are number one, because without them, you can't really do anything else. So yes, here, first priority would be self-care. And that sort of encompasses a few different things. So I'm not sure how I'm going to write that. Maybe I'll make a different list explaining each one of these tasks. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do that, but for sure this list needs to be sort of the bigger picture, not the details. So that's why I just want to put broad categories here instead of specifics. So the first one obviously will be self-care, which also includes health routines, healthy habits, and all of that. After that, which one should I put? I think my projects come second. Yeah, definitely my projects. As important as my day job is, essentially, it should be my projects. I will not put work here because that's just something that happens anyway. Like, honestly, if nothing else happens in the day, work is something that definitely happens. So I don't feel the need to put it on the list. And I don't even know if I'm going to be putting it within my week either, because it's just pointless. Work is work, right? But definitely second on my list is my projects. And I will be creating another list that explains each of the projects and which task I need to do for each project for this week specifically. Number 3 is going to be the chores. So cleaning around the house and doing dishes and stuff like that. I think this makes sense because first you do work and then you do your chores. And sometimes if the day is too busy, you might not do chores at all or just do dishes or something like that. I used to do like general cleanings, but obviously that's not very realistic now. Maybe I can do it once a month, but I used to do it once or twice a week, which that was definitely not very realistic. Now I'm mostly doing maintenance chores, which I think is enough. I don't think I need to do more extensive general cleanings because, of course, I'm not the only one cleaning the house, so I think maintenance chores are fine for now. So yeah, for now, I think these 3 bullet points are enough because, again, I sort of grouped everything together, so I don't need to put anything else for the bigger picture, let's say. So this will be enough for now. And here I think I'm going to be writing my individual projects, so I can just look at them and immediately see the bigger picture for the project as well. And I think my priority used to be the attic project, but I'm not sure if it's still a priority right now. Yeah, I think it should still be a priority. So I'm gonna put it first, and I'm going to put the Nuno journals second. But in reality, Nuno journals is first because the attic project only takes like maybe half an hour a day. So I just want to put it as a priority because I want to keep it active and I want to do those 30 minutes every single day. Nuno is definitely taking up way more of my time, and it's probably 3 to 4 hours a day. So this is not really representative of what's actually going on. But I do want to keep attic as the first priority, just so I can keep it active for now. And then I will not separate, I'm not sure if I should separate the wishful projects from Nuno project because they kind of come together. Maybe I can put them at the same order. I'm just going to write wishful here as well. And that's my graphic novel project, which is more like a weekly thing, not a daily thing, but I'm hoping to work on it a lot more, at least twice a week. So I want to put it in the same category. And then lastly, I think I'm going to say, I do have a specific project, but perhaps I need to do a more general list here, which would be other projects. So I've decided to do the active project that I have now plus other projects. So I'm also hoping that this will be a weekly kind of thing or bi-weekly to work on this other project and anything else that comes up. But yeah, I think for now I'm very happy with this list. And because in general I was feeling a little bit lost, I googled to see what advice is being offered for more efficient planning, and a list came up basically that I think can really help me. So first tip is to define clear objectives, and of course it's important to know exactly what you want to achieve. So yeah, this one is really good. Define clear objectives. I don't think I have clear objectives here. I do have clear projects or specific projects, but what are my objectives? What are my goals with each one of these? So this is already very useful. I think I need to make notes on this. So I'll be using this little notebook, if you remember it from the One Notebook challenge, because I still have some empty pages here. I've decided to use it to take some notes because this is really good advice and I want to sort of write it down so I can process it better. The second one is to prioritize tasks. So far I have prioritized my broader categories, but I have not prioritized tasks because I think that really connects with this one. So the highest priority will be the task that brings you closer to your objectives. So I think obviously I need to do this one first before I can prioritize my tasks. But this is a good first step to prioritize the projects in general, and then to prioritize specific tasks. So I would know which tasks need to happen every single day instead of having a more general list that doesn't really classify things as important or less important. So next step is to break tasks into smaller steps. Everybody knows this. It's probably the most useful advice, but I think that my tasks are already broken down into steps. When I write one task, that task is sort of one step. So I don't think I need to work on this too much, but I will write it down. The next one is to use tools and resources, which I am using the week's planner, I'm using notebooks. I have tried to use anything digital, but that did not work for me. So that's why I ended up with physical planners and notebooks. So already I'm doing that, so I don't feel the need to write that down. So the next one would be to set deadlines. Okay, now that one is really tough for me. Yeah, deadlines are really tough for me, but I think I could have like a weekly deadline. So by the end of the week, I want to finish these specific things. I don't think I can have time deadlines for the day, like finish everything by 4 or by 5. I don't think I can do that. But I will try to set deadlines for the week and see how that goes. So the next one is to review and adjust regularly. I don't feel the need to write this down because that happens anyway, because honestly, if I put a bunch of things on my list and I'm not able to do those, I go in, I put an arrow, and I know for sure that that will be done the next day. So I don't feel the need to write this down. It says flexibility is important, blah, blah, blah. But I feel that that's something that already happens naturally, so I'm not going to write that down. The next one is to allocate time for breaks. This one is very, very important. I think what I've been doing so far was to avoid taking breaks because I would connect that with higher productivity. But I think it's the opposite because it will lead to burnout. So I really do need to schedule time for breaks within the day and also within the week, which that's the toughest for me. I think it's easier for me to set a break for the day, like around noon, for example, after lunch or something like that. But allocating specific days for resting or not doing things, not doing tasks, that one is really tough for me. But I'm thinking the best time to do that would be Sunday afternoon. So I can use the morning to do a few more chores, and then the afternoon can be allocated as time for resting or just doing something that is not work related or project related or anything like that. So that would be the goal for this week, to take the whole Sunday afternoon off. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it today. I think I should because it's been a crazy few weeks and I'm already feeling the burnout. So I'm going to try to do that. So Sunday afternoon, I think after maybe 3 o'clock. I think 3 o'clock should be fine. Let's say 4. Let's say 4 o'clock. So after 4 o'clock, I will stop doing tasks, stop planning, and just find something to do that has nothing to do with projects or work or even chores. I'm not even going to do chores today. So this one is really important. And I think this is the last one. Yeah. And the last one is visualize your outcomes. This is huge. This is really important. I've never done that. I don't think I've done that. I don't even know if I know how to do that. Visualize. Again, I wrote it the British way. I don't know. Visualize outcomes. Okay, and it says sometimes visualizing the end result can provide additional motivation and clarify the path towards achieving your goals. Okay. I'm trying to think about ways that I could visualize. I think this one, though, really depends on the clear objectives first. And I haven't even done that. So I think as soon as I do all of this, I'll be able to visualize my outcomes. Yeah, I really need to follow the process here. And I'll let you know about the results. So for now, I feel that I have a lot of work to do in terms of defining my objectives, prioritizing my tasks. I also have a bunch of lists around for these, so I have to gather everything. So I don't think I can finish this right now, but I will definitely check in next week to give you the results and how this went, because this is sort of like an experiment again. And this time, because I have help, I think it will go much better. But yeah, I don't think I can finish this today. But I'll definitely check in and let you know how this went and if I actually reached my goals, But again, if I reach even like 65%, I think I'll be happy, because I think the most important thing is that this is realistic and not putting too much pressure on productivity, because at the end of the day, life is not just about being productive and reaching goals. It's also about living. So I really need to find the balance between those two. So yeah, I'll be checking in next week for this one. And for now, I'll show you what I did this past 2 weeks, I think. No, it was this past week, which even though it wasn't that productive, I did manage to do a few things. And I'll be showing you the clips that I've gathered throughout the week. And perhaps after I finish this one, I might post something on Instagram. I'm not sure. But I will definitely be checking in next week for this one. So this week I created a new sticker sheet, which is not yet available in my shop, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it available, because I mostly use it for thank you cards, and I also use it for freebies. I have some pickles with freebies with my orders. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be turning this into an actual product. I think I'm mostly sort of experimenting right now to see what I like to do and what people like and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if I'll be making this into a product, but you can clearly see that I love pickles, and this might be a recurring theme in the future. I might be turning this into a planner kit at some point, I'm not sure. So let me know what you think about it. Here, basically, I'm just processing the file in the Silhouette Cameo program. So while I'm showing you this, I wanted to quickly do a very tiny Q&A. I posted, I think on Friday or maybe Saturday, I'm not sure. I posted that I want to do a Q&A for today. I did get 3 questions. Thank you so much, Felipe, for your contribution to the Q&A. And that's it. That's just 3 questions from Felipe. I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Felipe or Felipe? I'm not sure. So yeah, Felipe is asking, what languages do you know and what are they? So I'm from Cyprus, so I do speak Greek and obviously English. And also I'm learning German, but I can't really speak it yet. I mean, I've been doing lessons for like a year now, but it was just in Duolingo, so I'm not really ready to start speaking. I do understand a lot of the words and some basic things, but I think I need another 2 years or so before I can even have proper conversations or anything like that. But yeah, my first language is Greek, second is English, and third, hopefully one day, will be German. The next question is, do you watch anime and what is your current anime? So I used to watch a lot of anime, like Bleach and One Piece and a few others that I don't even remember. I did watch like the classics like Death Note, One Piece, all of that. But recently I started watching Naruto. I did make a huge break right now from watching anything because I've been very busy, and also I watch different series right now. But yeah, I'm currently watching Naruto and I'm really enjoying it. I can't believe that I haven't watched it. It's one of the classics, so I really can't believe that I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, that's my current anime. The next question is, how much of your day is taken up by journaling? So I usually journal while I work, so in between tasks at work. And because I work from home, it's just easy to have my journal laid out in front of me and write a few sentences here and there. One time that I actually timed myself on a Saturday, it took about 30 minutes. But when I do it daily, it can sort of take up to 3 hours maybe. But again, that's on and off. It's not continuously journaling, it's with the breaks. So if you count the breaks, it can take 3 hours to finish the journal. But if I do it non-stop, it's around 30 minutes. I don't think I spend more time than that. And that's it. Thank you so much, Felipe, for your questions. Hopefully in the next Q&A, I will have more questions from more people, because I love answering questions and I really want to know what you're interested in watching. So let me know down below. So after finishing the sticker sheet, I started to do some journaling, and then I started to set up my weekly planner. Here I'm using the planner kit with the cute dumplings, and it really helps me to sort of quickly set up my planner and not have to worry about design. When I first got the weeks, I knew that I couldn't really spend too much time decorating it, so I knew I would need planner kits. And because I do so much art related things in my journal and my graphic novel, I don't really have time to doodle in my planner. Also, the fact that it's so small doesn't really have much space for doodles and stuff like that. And I definitely need all the space that I can get for my tasks, my to-dos, and just in general to create my schedule and my plan. So planner kits come in really handy, so easy to set up, and it looks cute, and it really motivates me to come in and create my schedule for the week. So yeah, after that I started to work on my graphic novel notebook. I did not finish it. I managed to only do a little bit of the text for now, and I'm really hoping that I can finish it perhaps today and I can show the progress next week. But in general, I really enjoyed the process, and it sort of satisfied my need to work on this project. But I already have ideas about the 3 illustrations that I'll be doing. I'll be doing a magical staff for the snail dragon, and also I think I'll be doing a sort of magical candle, as well as a magical bottle that might contain snail trail perhaps. So yeah, those are my 3 ideas so far. It's going to be a magical staff, magical potion bottle, and a magical candle. And they all have the snail concept, so I use a spiral to show that, and I think it's going to look really nice. Hopefully I can finish that today, and perhaps I'll post some updates on Instagram, so keep an eye out for that. But I will definitely show the full process next week. So after that, I just did some more journaling. I didn't finish it on camera, but I did post on Instagram the final one with the completed spread and the doodle on the bottom. I'll be letting you know how my planning experiment went, to see if it worked, what adjustments I made, and everything in between. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.